Hey, so another quick question about becoming a hypnotist. Do you need a college degree to be a hypnotist? And the answer is no. A professional hypnotist basically develops a very specific skill set, and you become proficient in that skill set, which is basically guiding someone into a state of focused attention and providing suggestions to them for change or facilitating a process where they reveal limiting beliefs that were buried deep in the subconscious and walking them through a process to correct those misperceptions and put new, better, healthier beliefs in place. Hypnotists do not diagnose. We do not treat. We do not cure anything. Now, a therapist or a counselor or a physician might use the skill of hypnosis to facilitate therapeutic healing, but hypnosis in itself is not therapeutic. There's nothing diagnostic about it. We're not treating anything. We're not curing anything. That being said, yes, you will hear people say repeatedly that they experienced hypnosis and they would have symptoms of a disease or symptoms of a condition that vanished, went away, disappeared. What happened was the mind was facilitated into a place where it was able to open up healing for itself. The hypnosis did nothing to create that healing. What we did was we created the space where the person was able to decrease stress and shift their mindset. And by decreasing that stress and helping them shift their mindset, literally when we think better thoughts, the brain chemistry changes. And the neurons fire differently in the brain when the brain chemistry changes. And that allows the body to set up and create healing for itself. So no, you don't need a college degree. There are a few things you do need to know, though, to be a hypnotist. Number one, you need to have an understanding of ethics, and we cover ethics in the training. It's fairly short because there are actually trainings on the NGH website, but we have to understand ethics. We have to understand what it is to observe and respect other people's copyright and their intellectual property. The other thing is to understand is that once you graduate, even though you're going to have basic and advanced and you have the complete process, you are going to want to revisit your training materials often, because the more experience you have, the deeper your understanding goes, and the deeper your understanding of the information goes, the more quickly and more profound of an impact you have on clients' lives. And then when you become proficient, if you choose to learn other modalities that you want to weave into hypnosis, or maybe you're already well versed in other modalities like energy medicine or coaching or whatever it may be, you will begin to amplify the impact that you have with clients. Now, I do have to tell you this. As of the time of the recording of this video, you cannot practice as a hypnotist in the state of Colorado or the state of Maryland unless you are a licensed provider. Now, in Colorado, that was due to a specific area of legislation. They're working on getting that reversed. But in Maryland, it's pretty strict. So if you live in Colorado, you live in Maryland, please do not sign up for my hypnosis certification training. It's not that I don't want to train you, but unless you are a licensed healthcare provider, you can't practice. Unless you're taking the training to enhance your understanding of the mind and how false beliefs and perceptions are formed and how those things influence like marketing, copywriting, or some other profession where an understanding of the mind, beliefs, perceptions, and response to emotions and that type of thing takes place, then if you're in Maryland or Colorado, this isn't the investment for you if you're not a licensed professional. And I want you to know that up front, because I believe it's my responsibility to be in integrity to let you know that those rules exist. Now, in all of the other states, There are some places you have to register, other places you don't. In the state of Florida, you're free to practice hypnosis unless you're working on something like chronic pain, or if a doctor wanted to refer someone to you for IBS. If you're not a healthcare practitioner, and this is my understanding of the way the language of the law reads, you could reach out to the National Guild of Hypnotists and they can more specifically tell you. But even if someone is referred to you in the state of Florida, if it is a medical condition, if you're not a licensed professional, whether it's a nurse or physician, counselor, you're not allowed to work with specific things in Florida. The other states, I'm not aware of any restrictions like that, but that doesn't mean that they don't exist. So it's upon the responsibility of the provider as a professional. That's why I call this a professional hypnosis certification. I want you to be prepared to be able to go out and practice, and to do so with credibility. And a part of being a professional is knowing what your scope of practice is and what the laws are where you are practicing. If you're international, and I do get quite a bit of international students, there's no way in the world I can take responsibility for knowing what another country's rules and regulations are. So that's something you would have to explore on your own before signing up. So that's it in a nutshell. We're under 7 minutes here. No, you do not need a degree. I hope to see you in February. I'll have the link to sign up in the show notes.